Russia vows to defend its ships in the Baltic Sea. This is from Bloomberg, and it was published on May 21st, 2025. Russia will defend its vessels in the Baltic Sea by any legal means, the Kremlin said days after briefly deploying a fighter jet as Estonian officials tried to halt a so-called shadow fleet tanker in their economic zone. A fairly wide range of means is available, of course, within the framework of international law, a presidential spokesperson said on Wednesday, as recent events related to an attempted pirate attack on one of its tankers has shown, Russia has demonstrated it is capable of responding quite harshly. The comments came as Baltic nations grow increasingly concerned about the activity of vessels that haul Russian oil overseas, a key revenue source for the government of Moscow. They're worried these ships could cause security breaches, damage power and internet cables, and create environmental risks due to their age and insurance cover from lesser-known companies. Since the vessels does not sail under the Russian flag, the government in Moscow has so far refrained from direct intervention or comment. However, last week, a Russian jet briefly entered NATO airspace as the Estonian Navy tried to inspect a tanker sailing with Russian oil cargo. Over the weekend, Russia also detained a vessel carrying shell oil from an Estonian port. The ship continued its journey after 2 days of being anchored near a Baltic island controlled by Russia. Baltic leaders have vowed to crack down on shadow fleet tankers in their waters, checking their insurance policies and compliance with international regulations. Several such vessels have been detained by authorities in Germany, Finland, and Estonia in recent months. Earlier on Wednesday, the Polish Prime Minister said a sanctioned Russian tanker was performing suspicious maneuvers near the power cable connecting Poland and Sweden. The tanker left for a Russian port after effective intervention by our military. While Russia has all but lost the European oil market, Baltic ports remain critical to ship crude oil and oil products to the region and onward deliveries to Asia and Latin America. Two sides to every story, of course. I understand both sides. It's just a very ugly situation all around, and the Baltic is becoming a dangerous place. I don't see this stopping or ending anytime soon. It'll probably get worse before it gets better, but you never know. Hopefully, cooler heads will prevail, and they can figure this out in some kind of diplomatic way. As of right now, things are a little hot in the Baltic, that's for sure. All right, guys, there it is. As always, thanks for watching. If you're new here and you like these kind of videos, don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you on the next one.